apologize for the late start of the stream. We're precisely 10 minutes late. I just had a few setup issues that I seem to have figured out. I'm sure you can appreciate that there's always going to be some setup problems. But yes, welcome to the stream on this Sunday. Hope you're all having a good day. We're going to be discussing chapter 5 today, which is titled simply Energy. Energy. And I do apologize if you hear any noise in the background. My wife and kids are home. So it's it's just one of those days where I just try to fit everything in and just try to get everything done so that I can continue to make progress with these live streams. So welcome everyone. For those who are waiting and were patiently waiting for my live stream to go back on, thank you. I appreciate you. And feel free to leave any comments in the chat below. If you want to add anything, if you want me to highlight something with regards to what we're going through, feel free to add it down in the chat. And I do plead with you, if you could hit the like button, subscribe, and share all of this. That will be greatly appreciated, as I'm still a newcomer to all of this. So any little bit of help and support is greatly appreciated. So we've looked at this book from the beginning, from chapter 1. The book is The Art of War by Sun Tzu, if you can see it, right? In chapter 1, Laying Plans, he opens the book by teaching that every battle is won before it's fought. He explains the importance of planning, strategy, and understanding 5 key factors: moral influence, weather, terrain, leadership, and discipline. The chapter reminds us that careful preparation and clear thinking give us the advantage long before any action begins. Chapter 2, which was Waging War, here he focuses on the cost of the conflict. Time, energy, and resources included in that overall cost. He warns that long battles drain strength and damage nations. Well, the whole purpose of this book, it is very relevant to war, but it can be something. The information that is shared, it can be attributed to your own personal battles, or battles in your business life, or in your relationship, or anything of the sort. It just depends on how you decode it and how you fit it, all the advices that he gives into your lives. In chapter 2, the lesson is simple: move with speed, act decisively, avoid unnecessary delays. Success comes from efficiency and using your resources wisely. And then we went through attack by stratagem. That was in chapter 3, where Sun Tzu explains that the highest form of victory is winning without fighting. He emphasizes strategy over brute force and teaches that understanding your opponent is more powerful than meeting them head on. Outsmarting the enemy, breaking their plans, and weakening their alliances brings deeper, longer lasting success. I forgot to put my glasses on today, so be patient with me, please. And then chapter 4, which was Tactical Dispositions. He turns to positioning. And he teaches that strong defense comes from knowing yourself, while strong offense comes from knowing your enemy. A skilled leader avoids unnecessary risk and engages when the conditions are in their favor. Preparation, awareness, and smart positioning make you unbeatable. Right. So, yeah, today we will be going into chapter 5, which is energy. So, I will narrate it quickly and then add what I can at the end of it, and we will go through any words. He does use this. These books are translations, so um, there are some words that have been translated that we will need to go through just to get a deeper understanding. I'll leave that till the end of the narration, and we'll come back to them, and then I will add any little two bits that I can. Just sharing my views of what I thought of this chapter. Okay, so energy. Sun Tzu said, the control of a large force is the same in principle as the control of a few men. It is merely a question of dividing up their numbers. Fighting with a large army under your command is nowise different from fighting with a small one. It is merely a question of instituting signs and signals. To ensure that your whole host may withstand the brunt of the enemy's attack and remain unshaken, this is effected by maneuvers, direct and indirect. That the enemy of your army may be like a grindstone dashed against an egg, it is effected by the science of weak points and strong. In a fighting, the direct method may be used for joining battle, but indirect methods will be needed in order to secure victory. Indirect tactics, efficiently applied, are inexhaustible as heaven and earth, unending as the flow of rivers and streams, like the sun and the moon. They end but to begin anew, like the four seasons. They pass away to return once more. There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combinations of these 5 give rise to more melodies than can ever be heard. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues than can ever be seen. There are not more than 5 cardinal tastes, yet combinations of them yield more flavors than can ever be tasted. In battle, there are not more than 2 methods of attack, the direct and indirect, yet these two in combination give rise to an endless series of maneuvers. The direct and indirect lead on to each other in turn. It is like moving in a circle. You will never come to an end. You can exhaust the possibilities of their combination. The onset of troops is like the rush of a torrent which will even roll stones along in its course. The quality of decision is like the well-timed swoop of a falcon which enables it to strike and destroy its victim. Therefore, a good fighter will be terrible in the onset and prompt in his decision. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. Amid the turmoil and the tumult of battle, there may be seeming disorder and yet no real disorder at all. Amid confusion and chaos, your array may be without head or tail, yet it will be proof against defeat. Simulated disorder postulates perfect discipline. Simulated fear postulates courage. Simulated weakness postulates strength. Hiding order beneath the cloak of disorder is simply a question of subdivision. Concealing courage under a show of timidities presupposes a fund of latent energy. Masking the strength with weakness is to be effected by tactical dispositions. Thus, one who is skillful at keeping the enemy on the move maintains deceitful appearances, according to which the enemy will act. He sacrifices something that the enemy may snatch at it. By holding out baits, he keeps him on the march. Then, with a body of picked men, he lies in wait for him. The clever combatant looks to the effect of combined energy and does not require too much from individuals. Hence, his ability to pick out the right men and to utilize combined energy. When he utilizes combined energy, his fighting men become, as to it were, like unto rolling logs or stones. For it is the nature of a log or stone to remain motionless on level ground, and to move when on a slope, if four cornered, it if four cornered, to come to a standstill, but if round shaped, to go rolling down. Right, I'll read that again. When he utilizes combined energy, his fighting men become, as it were, like unto rolling logs or stones. For it is the nature of a log or stone to remain motionless on level ground, and to move when on a slope, if four cornered, to come to a standstill, but if round shaped, to go rolling down. Thus, the energy developed by good fighting men is as the momentum of a round stone rolled down rolled down a mountain thousands of feet in height. So much on the subject of energy. There's 23 points there that he mentioned. Going back to the first one, it says the control of a large force is the same in principle as the control of a few men. It is merely a question of dividing up their numbers. Nothing is too big or too small when you're dealing with any problems or any afflictions or any stresses. The amount of energy that you put to them can be the same and will be the answer to resolve. So you just need to know how much energy to give. You don't give it all. Sometimes you need just a little bit of energy to get things moving, to get things rolling, and you never know how beneficial it will be to to get that going and towards the success of getting everything sorted. So that was chapter 4 from this book. We will be going live again in the week, although I do intend to start posting some videos, just stuff that you can see rather than you taking your time to watch lives. But the next chapter, chapter 6, is weak points and strong. If you notice, we went from laying plans to waging war to attack by stratagem to tactical dispositions and now to energy. He's giving us a footprint of basically how to grow, how to sort all aspects of your life out. If you are uninspired or feel like you're unguided, have a read of this book. If you don't have a copy of this book, check it out on Amazon. It's only a few a few pounds, a few dollars, wherever you are. And it's not that difficult to go through. You could read through it several times, and each time it will mean something different to you. So you never know what it could unlock for you. But yes, thank you again for tuning in. And yeah, leave any comments of ways that I can improve and streamline. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your days. Ta-da.